Hi, my name is Jason Alster, and I wrote the book Leaving Home, Going Home, Returning Home, a Hebrew-American sojourn in the land of Israel. The book is with Amazon.com. I'm going to read the chapter, Don't Buy Foreign Cars, Buy Japanese. Once I took a position at the Technion and was employed, it was time to purchase a car. Fast forward to a conversation I had in the winter of 2007. I was at the library during lunchtime on the internet checking my stocks. A medical resident noticed I was using an online broker. As a fellow trader using the same service, he asked me what stocks I invested in. I told him about my favorite international pharmacy stock right now, an Israeli-based company, Teva. Teva was still doing okay even with the beginning of a severe drop in USA stocks, especially those associated with the financial markets. Israeli stocks were known to be well diversified and resilient in the face of adversity because of the country's volatile security situation. The resident said he purchased $3,000 of a financial stock and it took a dive. Now he was troubled because his wife was angry about it. I asked him why he bought these particular stocks, considering the poor state of the American stock market. He replied, I wanted to support America, so I purchased these American stocks. As I told him then, I thought he was misguided, knowing that a cardinal stock rule is not to get emotionally attached to your investments. Trading stocks and investing in the market is for earning money, not making political statements. Looking back to my time in Israel, though, I had had a similar thought in mind when I purchased my first car in Israel. It was a new 1985 sporty and fast Ford Escort, an American car assembled in Brazil and sold in Israel, used by both the British and Israeli police departments. I wanted to keep my American roots in Israel, so I purchased an American car. I also figured that if the police used that car, it must be good. I did not really comprehend what it meant for an American car to be assembled outside the United States of America. Big mistake. The other Israelis were purchasing mainly Japanese cars, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Nissan, and Mazda, to name a few. Even though the initial Ford prices were good, I later found out that every time I had to service the car or change a part, the price was higher because it was an import from a foreign country, the USA. I read that the Japanese auto companies had placed service stations all over Israel before they even entered the Israeli market. This led to better service, more customers, and lower prices. The police, meanwhile, had their own garages, service contracts, and taxpayer shekels, so they didn't have to worry as much about keeping their escorts running. While the Escort really rode well, mine needed more upkeep than the Japanese cars. It even broke down a few times before I drove 60,000 kilometers. Each visit to the garage would mean my whole month's Israeli salary. Money being tight, Israelis considered buying a car more a financial investment and necessity, not a luxury. Israelis sought a car that could hold its value with time, so they can sell their cars at a good price and be able to buy a new one later on. While they owned their cars, they would keep it in spiffy clean condition, always keeping a resale option open. In other words, they purchased their cars with its end selling price calculated in. With all I invested into it, I kept my Ford for 10 years. I had to. Yet, when I tried to sell the car, the resale price did not hold up nearly as well as the comparable Japanese cars. Therefore, I lost money here too. Ironically, there were some unexpected advantages even so. The Ford Escort was not so popular a car to steal, and its insurance premiums thus were low compared to other cars. Luckily, a police officer eventually bought my car. He was used to driving escorts at work and liked that car. He also got a well-maintained used car on the cheap. Later on, I would own a Mazda and Opel Astra, followed by a Nissan Versa. Each of these cars served me well. Ever since my bad experience with the Ford Escort, I am still surprised at routine services that I only needed an oil change. I just could not believe that the Japanese cars really were almost maintenance-free as advertised. Lesson learned. When in Rome, do what the Romans do, by Japanese.